Hi, I'm Joe Hupsey, and I'm here with the presenters of the tutorial formally verifying security aspects of SoC designs. So welcome Lawrence Lowe and Victor Puri. First, Lawrence, let me ask you, there's a lot of security-related stories that are mainly focused on software, but really hardware is a critical issue here, right?
Yes. While all the security issues that we heard today focus on software, one fundamental assumption is that the software is built upon a solid hardware platform. However, hardware security is one of the most difficult and challenging aspects to ensure that there's no other ways that the hacker can obtain information out of the hardware that can jeopardize software. So while it's not very highly talked about, it is one of the critical issues.
Now, Victor, I was really interested to hear some of your anecdotes. One of them being that customers hire these squads of hackers to try to hack into the design. Do they really do that, or is that an urban legend?
Yeah, Joe, that's not a myth. We've come across at least a couple of customers that their methodology before was to employ teams of hackers, very clever engineers, that would, maybe because of the lack of tools, lack of a consistent methodology, they would rely on these clever guys to try to hack the chip using maybe advanced constrained random techniques and try to find security bugs by being as creative as they can be. Try to maybe think ahead of the same hackers that are going to try to hack the SoC later on. So with that sense, using formal verification actually acts as a substitute for how clever the engineers can be. So instead of relying on the creativity of an engineer, you can rely on formal's exhaustiveness to simulate to catch all of the possible scenarios and try to do everything that the hacker is going to do when the SoC is released on the field.
Now, intuitively that makes sense. We all know how exhaustive formal can be, but there's got to be more to that than, just the exhaustivity. I'm sure. Tell me about some of the automation that you talked about.
Right, well, so formal does provide exhaustiveness, and formal is able to catch all of those nasty corner case scenarios that might slip to silicon. But yes, you're right, more is needed in terms of automation. Special types of assertions, special types of checkers are necessary for you to be able to productively use formal and catch all of those scenarios with a formal verification tool. And that's what we're doing here with Jasper. Jasper has released an application that delivers all of that automation with special assertions, special abstractions, special proof technologies that enable the user to do reliable security verification on SoC designs.
Indeed, makes sense. Lawrence, what's your perspective on that?
Many people are very worried about using a new methodology like formal for doing security verification. As we can see, you don't have to start from learning from all the mistakes that people have made or coming into all the roadblocks that you have seen. We have done many of these homework to analyze what works, what doesn't work, to come up with the automated method that incorporate the experience we have, what can be applied, so that when you apply the techniques, you are not only applying the automation and the tool capability, but the experience that we have accumulated, so you don't have to go through the same mistakes again.
Very good. Well, thanks guys for taking the time to share some background on the tutorial.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.